The views and opinions of the hosts and resource persons do not represent those of the organization, the university, and its stakeholders. Viewer discretion is advised.
Kayo, you're all my friends from orgs.
Yeah, that's true.
Friends
Like,
tayo.
You guys even put you through orgy. Oh wait. Ouch. Ouch.
Hindi, okay lang. Hindi, okay lang. Hindi,
Oh my gosh! That was just addressed to Tiago. Lahat naman kayo na-hurt, nakakainis.
Good day to all our listeners and welcome to yet another episode of the LaSalle Computer Society's Nook podcast. Today's episode is a bit different and in a moment you'll find out why. But before we get to that, I think an introduction is due. My name is Criscela Racelis, ID 120, and I will be your host for this episode in which we will all talk about our experiences as ID 120 freshmen. The online setup we've been in for the past year or so, thanks to the pandemic, is something that feels new to everyone. But in particular, this foreign feeling is ever so strong for our fellow ID 120s who have had to take two big leaps all at once: the jump from high school to college, and then the shift from face-to-face to online. The life of a frosh in the time of COVID-19 has had its ups and downs, making it a ride of a lifetime for many of us. And with that, I now introduce to you three amazing guests joining me today. Without further ado, I call on Kyle, Maxine, and Samuel as we answer the everlasting question, what's up, 120?
So hi guys, I'm Kyle Alexander de Castro Santiago, ID 120 from BSIT. Wow.
And hi everyone, my name is Xam Ileto, but you guys can call me Sam, and it's spelled with an X, so it goes XAM. I'm currently ID 120 also, taking up BSCSST.
Alright, hi guys. So I'm Sam, but with an S. Impostor yan si Sam. So I'm also a 120 student, BSCSST.
Oh man, so we have two Sams here, one with an X, one with an S. So when we say Sam, both of you are gonna answer. Somebody's gotta give. What are we gonna do about this? How are we gonna settle the nickname thing?
You guys can just call me Sam with an X if it doesn't get confusing na lang.
Exam na lang, exam.
Sige, for this
Kainis?
time, I'll give you guys a chance. Call me Jed.
Wow, new name, new name. Special na siya.
Hindi ako sumagot, di ko alam eh.
Should we,
How about
should we call him
how
Jed ba?
about our friend Kyle? What are we gonna call you?
Sam na lang rin para ano. Pero, Tiago, yes, I'll be called, yeah, you can call me Tiago. Wow. Because Santiago, you know what I mean? Yeah, get it.
Oh yeah, we get what you mean.
If hindi pa magets, I don't know na.
We have Chago, we have Sam, and then we have Jed.
Jed.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So before we get on to the topic today, I just want to ask, how are you guys? Like in your academics, personal life, what's going on? What's up?
Okay naman yung personal life. Academics.
Sound effects.
Mood.
Literally everything in my life is fine other than academics. Yung iba ba dyan? Feeling ko nakaka-relate dyan sa Sam tapos Sam. Uy, si Sam tapos si Sam. Oo nga pala.
I can't relate sa fine sa academics because I'm taking so many majors this term. I didn't expect na super hirap pala. So, ayun, medyo nag-a-adjust pa ako right now, but it's been hard.
I think I can relate to Kyle. Medyo, yung academics ko. But compared to last term naman, I think it's doing a bit better.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Really?
Yeah, kasi
Really?
to be fair,
Sana all.
to be
May,
fair.
I feel like my last term was like probably one of the easier terms compared to everything else. And then this term, it just went like, vroom, and then it just fell. And I was just like,
Dami natin sound
shucks,
effects.
I can't. I just got medyo gulat. I was like, oh, that was hard.
To be fair kasi, this term, for me, medyo nasanay na ako sa setup. I mean, hindi naman ako sanay na sanay. Parang, like, 5 years na akong gumagawa na to. Pero, I mean, like, alam ko na kapag nagising ako ng exactly 9:10,
Oh my God.
I will be
9:10.
there for the 9:15 class. Sure ako makakapunta ako dun. So, yung nakaset na yung alarm ko ng 9:10. Yeah, so yun. Medyo gets ko na what the flow of my day will go, you know?
Ayaw mo 9:12. 3 minutes kaya yun. Pasok ka lang Zoom.
Actually, totoo. Pwede nga naman yun. Pero, may extra 2 minutes to check yung mga messages ko. Just in case na may pala ako, assignment na hindi ginagawa. So,
5 minutes is enough.
5 minutes. Mema assignment.
Man, sana all pwedeng 9:15 yung classes. You guys are not feeling the horror of waking up every day. 7:32 na. You have a 7:30 class. You're not in the Zoom yet.
Yikes. Imagine going sa morning class.
Everyday morning class, bro. Every day.
So, kamusta naman yung body clock mo dun?
Oh, it's suffering. A body clock? What's that? I don't know her.
Parang I think Criscela's playing Genshin until 2 a.m. eh. Joke lang.
Tapos magigising pa siya ng 7 o'clock. Ooh.
No, I play Genshin until 12, not 2.
Okay. I guess just 2 hours are
Conservative.
fine.
Conservative.
Di naman all the way. Okay.
Grabe. Okay, so yeah, I'm so thrilled to have all of you guys here with me today. Kahit na, medyo tayo sa academics, medyo din yung body clock ng ilan dito. Me. But yeah. So, our topic today is all about the ID 120 life. And I think there's no better way to start this conversation than to take it back to day 1 when we first officially became freshmen here in DLSU. So I'm sure there were a lot of things going on even before classes started for any of us. So, my dear guests, would you like to share with us what was up during your enrollment up to your first day of classes?
I feel like on my part, a lot of it was just playing computer. Honestly, I remember the week before classes started, I kind of just told my friends like, hey guys, we have 1 week left. Let's just keep playing. And then the night before the first day of school, it was kind of like, oh, this is gonna be our last summer ever, no? Okay, we'll just keep playing. And then we played until like 1 a.m. And then class was at like 9. So you're like, okay, that's it. So a lot of it was just like GTA nonstop.
Dapat pala sinabihan mo kami, Sam. Ano ba yan?
Sorry.
Heist na sana tayo ngayon.
It was really fun.
Diba? Easy money grind.
Oo nga, no? We would fit sakto 4-man heist.
Yeah.
I might play later, actually. Anyway.
Really?
Akala ko pa ba isa? Akala ko may ACADS tayo.
Sa ACADS.
Yun nga eh.
Genshin.
Genshin.
Okay.
Same.
For me naman, yung first day of classes ko, before pa pala tayo, no? Before that, parehas lang ata kami ni Sam. Like, pagkagising ko, may message ko kagad yung mga friends ko. G na ba? Tapos, G na ba sa Discord? Tapos, sabi niya, G. Lahat kami pupunta sa call, tapos maglalaro kami ng Valorant hanggang 10 p.m.
Grabe
Tapos,
detailed.
yeah,
Remember
of
pa the
course.
Was
messages?
Valorant even a thing back then?
Yeah, that was a thing. If it
Wait.
was, kung hindi Valorant, ano ba ginagawa ko?
Okay.
Actually, nakalimutan ko na nga, baby, nag-i-exercise ako. Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Naman.
Yeah, small
Games,
flex, friends.
games.
Small flex.
Grabe.
Before mag-end yung grade 12, I was 83 kilograms. Tapos, bago mag-start yung school year natin, I was 69. Very nice number. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, I'll stop there. Tapos, next time ko na itutuloy yun. So, yun nga, diba, I lost, I don't know
That's
how many
a lot,
pounds. Tinatamad ako mag-calculate kung ilang pounds yun. 2 point something yun I don't know. Pero yeah, diba? Tapos, ngayon, I'm still at 70. Kasi, hindi ako nag-exercise, but I also don't eat. Pero yes, that's what happened nung bago mag-start yung school.
Man, that's a lot of it. Grabe, goals, bro.
That's
Okay.
true.
Congrats on the weight loss though.
Yes.
What a journey.
May goal kasi ako nung time na yun. Gusto ko maging idol. Gusto ko maging K-pop idol. Ewan kung bakit.
I can't imagine you're like K-pop idol.
Yo, I legit practice dancing every night and every morning. Tapos nag-exercise ako sa morning. Pero I was somewhat okay sa dancing. Pero wala, syempre, hindi talaga ako mukhang idol eh. So, okay lang yan.
Gusto ko yung may hesitation, yung I'm somewhat okay at dancing.
Ayaw ko naman sabihin, mayabang naman ang batang to, diba? Baka isipin ng mga tao.
Vote kick na lang.
Vote kick na lang.
Vote kick Chago.
Grabe.
So, ikaw, Sam.
For me naman, first day of class, well, yung enrollment, I don't think I can remember anything about that. Pero, yeah, siguro before going to college, I was playing a lot. Yung super haba na vacation natin. I was playing a lot of GTA and Teamfight Tactics, siguro.
UTF! Yes,
Yeah! Brody! Top
Parang
player.
parehas tayo nang linalaro dun. GTA tapos TFT. My God. Naalala ko.
Pwede na lang kayo mag-date after this. Go na, go na.
Sige, game.
Mag-Team Fortress na kayo. GTA, go na.
Team
Go.
Fortress.
What? Oh.
Team Fortress!
Ay, wait. Was that not Team Fortress ba? Yung sinabi mo?
The TFT, it's like a chess game.
Oh, I thought it was Team Fortress 2. Oh nga, no. TF2 dapat yon. Sorry, my bad.
It's okay, Sam.
Fake
It's okay.
gamer.
It's okay.
Avocado, patanggal na lang nun.
Hindi, huwag yung tanggalin yan. Do not remove it. Do not remove it.
We're not gonna take that out.
Please, tanggalin.
Wala akong magagawa. Sorry about that.
Oh boy.
Now
me
our
naman-
viewers know that the keyword for mistakes is avocado.
Avocado.
Yes.
Nakakaya. I swear, I thought you said TF2. So I was even surprised na, Team Fortress. But I haven't heard anybody play that in such a long time. Pero you do you.
Pero to be fair, there was a point in my life na, like, nasa school na tayo naglalaro kami ng friends ko ng TF2. Hindi ko alam kung bakit. Yeah, tinanong ko nga
Was
sa
that
kanila
like 5 years ago though?
More than
Like,
pa nga
the last
tayo.
time-
More than.
Yeah.
The last time like people asked me to play Team Fortress was like 2016.
Nung sinabi
Like
nila sa
early
akin,
2016.
nung sinabi nila sa akin na gusto nila mag TF2. What? Why are you playing this game?
It's a good game, though.
It's a good game. Yes, it's a good game.
I didn't like it, honestly.
What?
Like, yeah, I didn't like it. Parang okay. Kasi at that time, I was playing Overwatch also. So if I were to compare Overwatch versus Team Fortress, obviously I'm gonna pick Overwatch. Like,
Understandable.
Overwatch was
Oh.
my thing talaga. Like, I was super
Dead
into
game.
Overwatch. Like, like, I come home and I just play.
Gaming
That was my
podcast na
like-
to
Oo nga
I'm
eh.
sorry. My
Okay lang
bad,
yan.
my
So.
bad.
Sorry, guys.
Okay lang
What's
yan.
up,
Anyway,
120?
CCS, diba?
Gaming is up. That's why.
yeah.
Balik tayo
Ayun,
sa
I ended
topic.
up playing it.
Baka lumayo na tayo masyado sa... Well, now they know that we're... Kung bakit medyo yung akad sa atin. Anyway. So, first day of class. First day of class, I think for most of us naman, parang, wow, officially a DLSU student. Diba? Tapos fully geared, ready for class. Diba? Nakasuklay pa si Kyle. Diba?
For sure. Actually,
Sabihin mo, Kyle.
alam mo, okay, totoo yun. Sa totoo yung first day ko, kasi akala ko mag-on-cam tayo sa Zoom, sa mga Zoom meeting
same.
natin, diba?
True.
So, no first day ko, nagising ako 7 a.m. Kasi excited ako. So, naligo ako. Grabe, ang pogi ko nun. Nakasuklay ako, naka-moisturizer. Wow, ready.
Wow.
Naka-black t-shirt pa ako nun para pag nag-on-cam ako mukhang maayos, diba? Pero wala nag-on-cam na class.
Wasn't just me,
So-
but like the first day of school was like slightly anticlimactic.
Super anticlimactic.
Like, okay, I remember din kasi my first day very, very clearly. Like, similar to you, I woke up early. Tapos, I actually ate breakfast, which I don't do ever. And then, I took a shower pa. I woke up so early, I had enough time to play before class, which does not happen. And then, during the actual class, I think my prof just was like, I'm not sure if we were supposed to have class today. And then, he just, kasi that day there was a mass also. So, he wasn't sure if like we were supposed to have class or we were like given a free pass to not attend because of the mask nga. Tapos in the end, he just ended the class after 15 minutes. And I was like, that was my first class.
At least ikaw nga may first class. Ako yung first day ko. First class, woke up 30 minutes before the class. So, ready na ako. And then, di ba, ideal students tayo talaga pag first day eh. First class ko,
True.
hindi dumating yung prof namin.
What?
Oh,
I was just there waiting. Saan yung Zoom link? Wala eh. And, parang may problem daw ata sa schedule nun. I don't know. It was weird.
Alam niyo,
Did you guys know how to... sorry, go Chago.
ako, I would say na mas prefer ko yung ganong start. Kasi that means I wouldn't have to do anything. I think first day ko, diretsong gera agad yung ibang prof ko. Like, ibang prof ko, nag-start na agad sila ng topic. Like, mag-study talaga. And I was like, no, I thought this would be orientation or something. Pero hindi eh. Dumiretso sila sa topic. Okay, class, magko-code na tayo ng what? Code na agad. Hindi ako prepared.
Wow, first class mo pa talaga was coding.
Oo, alam mo,
Dang.
hindi pa ako wala akong alam, wala pa akong sinon. Wala pa akong DevC, wala akong IDE doon time na yun. So, nung sabi niya, okay class, magko-code tayo. What? Magko-code na tayo? I don't even know where you get an IDE. Or what even, hindi ko nga alam yung term na IDE noong time na yun eh. Pero anyway, yun na. Please continue, Sam. Sam. Yeah.
Wait, avocado. I don't remember what I was saying. Wait lang. Avocado, wait. What were we talking about ba?
We were talking about... Actually, wag niyo na i-cut to. It's probably good enough. I mean, it's podcast. Why not, diba? I think we were talking about, ano nga ba? We were talking about first day of class. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't remember what I was
share
gonna
ko
say.
lang. I'll just butt in while Sam tries to remember what she was saying. Pero about like turning on your cam sa first few days of classes, I super relate kasi there was this one class na walang naka-on cam, but I didn't know that. I had my cam on the entire time. Hindi ko alam, ako lang pala.
That's so funny.
God.
Oh my gosh, everyone's gonna be like, oh, it's that girl again.
Girl again.
Camera.
It's the girl that
It's that
ons
one
her
girl.
camera. What? May isang student na nagawa ng cam. What a weirdo.
Criscela, hindi ba ito yung nag-on cam?
Oh my God.
At least may exposure ka, diba?
Yeah, somebody messaged me, like, alam mo, hindi ko pa alam na mali na my cam is on. I didn't know that.
That's so funny.
Hindi ko gets na, hindi ako sanay sa Google Meet. So, I didn't know na ganun pala yun, na ganun yung itsura when people don't have their cam on, na it meant pala na ako lang. So, somebody messaged me in the chat, like, your cam is on, by the way, if you didn't notice. And sabi ko, yeah, it is.
Grabe, guardian angel. What a
Yeah,
guardian
it is.
angel is all I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
it
That
is.
person was so nice.
Pero the thing is, si Criscela kasi she was like, all for it. Yeah, I'm gonna turn my cam on. Kasi gusto ko maramdaman yung vibe na nasa school tayo. Pero wala talaga. At least, the guy had to, diba? Na sinabi niya sa'yo. Akala niya na, na hindi mo sinasadya eh. Pero, yun yung funny part eh.
Yeah, Criscela just has to pretend that, oh, sorry, my bad. Wrong press.
For multiple days. Straight.
Hindi kasi I didn't know that being off-cam sa classes was a thing. I thought it was required kasi yung mga first few classes ko talaga, they asked us to turn on our cameras the entire time. So I'm like, huh?
I feel like the first few classes you take, especially when you're starting out as a freshman, everybody like tries then to turn on their camera when the prof asks. But then as the term goes by, I feel like less and less people turn on their
Nobody
cameras.
cares anymore.
Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, like after a while, everyone's just gone.
Actually, masasabi ko na, they're actually just gone. Minsan talaga may mga cases na wala lang talaga sila dun sa likod ng laptop na yun. They're probably doing something else or something.
I mean, they
Oh,
could
that's so
be in the
true.
bathroom or something.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Please naman, wag kayo mag-on ng cam. If you're in the bathroom, please lang. Keep it off.
Bathroom ASMR.
May marinig kang tubig na yung parang
Please.
ganun.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God.
So at least ngayon, aware na tayo sa start ng first day of classes. May expectations pa kayo like for the entire year. At least in-expect natin na big time dapat yung first day of classes, pero yung for the entire year.
It didn't
Medyo
happen.
may in-expect ba kayo after that day?
I mean, I thought we would spend like one term online and then the rest face-to-face.
Yeah,
True,
oh my
true.
God.
I feel like the first day of class was a good like representation of what happened to everything else. Na, like you kind of had big expectations too, but none of them happened.
Yeah.
Like I really thought that by October, because I started my classes in July, so I thought like by October I think like things would be better. I think we're gonna have face to face. Then it just never happened, and I was just like I guess we'll be having that no cam situation na lang all the time.
Yeah, gets ko yun. Alam mo, minsan, I'm not gonna lie anymore. Minsan, ako yung guy na yun, na nawawala na lang. I'm just doing something else. Para hindi ako ma-bored. Kasi it's so boring. Hindi naman sa boring yung prof. Exciting nga minsan eh. Talagang my attention span isn't that good.
That's true.
Oh, I get.
Oh, that's true. It's hard to have a good attention span in online class. For sure.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the times, when you get slightly disconnected and then like you miss it. You miss the lecture for 5 seconds, and by the time you come back, you have no idea what just
Zero
happened.
clue.
Maths.
And then it's either you message the prof and like admit na, sir, can you repeat po what you said or something? But then at the same time, you're like, what if the prof will think I wasn't
Yun
listening?
nga eh.
Something like
Nakakainis
that.
yung expectation na ganun. Na probably boy. Pero, baka, yeah.
Most of the time naman parang they're fine with it, pero it's just us.
True, they
It's just
are.
our fear.
Yeah, we're just
Very,
so nervous and
sila eh.
scared of things we shouldn't be scared of now.
They're really
Yeah.
patient,
Yeah, that's
honestly.
true.
Na-surprise ako dun.
If you tell a prof you're having internet problems, they're really patient about it. They're just like, okay, just catch up na lang when
Yeah,
you can.
tapos may mga cases nga na
Like,
they
okay,
actually
it's
just
cool.
like reschedule a test for you eh. Or they make a schedule mismo for you. Nakakatuwa yung mga ganun. Thank you, profs.
That's true. Like, sir, I'm using Stream Tech kasi.
Just for background, kasi Crisela's internet is stream tech, and we were talking about it earlier about how the internet there is really good.
Okay, so yun nga. Natutuwa ako din sa Stream Tech eh. Hindi ko ma-explain. Hindi natin ma-explain fully to the viewer,
Bro,
to the listeners. Google nyo na lang.
Inside joke.
Inside joke to mga ngayon. Podcast people for today.
Yeah, pero feel ko the thing with us being too scared of asking the professors to repeat stuff in case na disconnect tayo. I feel it's because it's hard to like connect with them. Siguro especially for us because we haven't experienced college face-to-face before. So hindi natin sila naka-interact in person.
Yeah, I get
So
that.
we're expecting we don't know what to expect din from them talaga kasi yung high school, everyone's saying na high school is a lot more chill, mas mababait yung mga teachers mo, you're being babied. Tapos combine that with college being new to us, tapos online pa na we can't really interact with them like super directly in person. Yeah, feel ko that's the reason why I'm nervous about contacting my profs often.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
Kasi
I
think
agree.
throughout high school, parang pinaprepare tayo sa terror ahead of us eh. Parang yun yung kino-condition sa brain natin. Pero one thing that I heard from my sister is that parang mas nag-enjoy siya sa college. Kasi I think she relates better sa mga profs and all that. Mas may freedom siya and parang mas control niya yung mga nangyayari. I don't know.
Actually, actually, similar rin kami ni Jed sa idea na yun. Kasi yung
Long pause.
yung brother ko rin kasi, taga DLSU siya before. He's out of here. He's done na. Pero, ang sabi niya, may mga times na super chill lang talaga ng mga profs. I mean, like, yung tipong PBA game, tapos sasabihin nila, okay, sige, no class for today, manonood ako ng PBA.
That's so funny.
Okay, UAAP. Yan, that's, medyo understandable yun eh. Like, I think yung UAAP talaga is something na gusto ko ma-experience sa, sa DLSU face-to-face. It's like, imagine everyone's getting prepped kahit hindi ka kahit hindi ka like diehard fan ng DLSU, you would want to support ng todo. Ewan ko that's probably just me. Oh, napupunta tayo sa UAAP.
Yeah, I think it's just you. No, just kidding. I honestly don't really know what's up with UAAP
Wala lang, it's just like
What is it ba?
sports, pero hindi mo alam. Oh my god.
I mean, like, I get it na like it's like a sport thing, pero I don't get what's the culture in each school. Like what happens? What are the big events that happen for the people who aren't competing? Parang ganon.
It's like Olympics but schools.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Sam is Jed gets it. Pero yeah.
Pero
Are
you
there any
feel na
traditions in
you don't
DLSU?
wanna start beef with other schools like generally. Pero pagdating sa UAAP, you're cheering for your own university. Like, oh, talunin nyo yung kabila.
Oo, like you're outright saying defeat or destroy the opposing team. Durugin nyo yung school na yan kasi mas magaling tayo. That's exactly what you're trying to say. So kaya hopefully kapag nag-UAAP season na walang bad blood, it's just a sport, just good games, just playing, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, don't worry, we got you. Just kidding.
Basta
Gets
very
mo
fun.
nga, basta di mo sure.
Yeah, gets na.
Gets na, Sam.
Gets na.
I know.
We'll see na lang in face-to-face if I end up
Noted, we have to
those
expose
things.
Sam to UAAP.
Oo nga. No,
True.
I would really want to be a pep drummer. Pep squad dun sa UAP, sure ko lang.
Really? I can't imagine you as a pep drummer.
Oh, actually,
But maybe I can.
kasi I'm actually a drummer. Wow. Flex ko lang to.
Oh, wow.
Kasi nag-drum ako since grade 11. And ever since grade 11, I was yung drummer ng school kapag like in drums. Yeah, So, parang medyo nasanay na ako gumawa-gawa ng mga drum thingies. Pero I'm not really good. Pero I wanna try to play do that for the LSU run kasi, I don't know. Nanonood ako ng mga videos ng UAAP drum lines tapos I was really, really, really excited nung grade 12 na na maging drumline kid. Kasi nung in drums namin, I was the drummer nga. And nagkumagawa kami ng drumlines kami ng friends ko. Tapos yung nanonood kami ng UAAP videos. So I got a lot of inspiration sa DLSU and UE because I love it. I love the drums. And share. Masyadong madami na ako nasasabi.
We went from first day of classes to like UAAP drumming.
Oo nga we went pretty far.
Oo nga diba? Sorry, medyo ako kasi yung nagdala sa atin sa sa UAAP. My bad, guys.
So related naman.
Very
Related naman. I mean, it was one of the things we were excited for pagdating ng college. But then, COVID,
Wank wank.
online, okay.
Okay. Nice try, brother. Next life na lang, ka college. Na lang kaya? Mag-drop out na lang kaya ako, tapos mag-aral na lang ako ng extended para maramdaman ko yung face-to-face.
No, bro.
Joke lang yun. You gotta finish
Kapit
it.
CCS, bro. We're staying in this.
Tatapusin ko na ito. Gusto ko na matapos. Ay, nako.
Gotta get that tuition discount.
Oo, true.
Matatapos mo ba o ikaw yung tatapusin? That's the question.
That's actually a good question. Feeling ko, ako na yung wala na. Tapos na ako. I'm dead.
But yeah, before we went on this entire UAAP segue, feel ko we were talking about yung first day of classes nga. We were hoping na after some time, face-to-face na ulit tayo. Because I'm like Sam, I'm like ex-Sam, we are term 3 entry na ID 120. And before I chose to enroll in term 3, pinag-iisipan ko pa like, mag-e-enroll ba ako ng
Same.
online or do I wait for it to be face-to-face? Kasi I was completely expecting na pagdating ng term 1, face-to-face na tayo. But like, oink, it's been a year.
So kung inabangan mo talaga, you're 1 year delayed.
That's
Bro.
true. Can you believe when I was planning out pa if I would take term 3 or term 1, honestly, I made a table with like pros and cons. Then I like weighed it out pa. And I like really contemplated on it. And then my main argument was like, oh, if I start the next term, it'll probably be face to face. Then I realized that if I had done that, like whatever pro I was waiting for never would have even happened.
Yeah, same.
I get that. Mm-hmm.
The main reason why I chose to go term 3 was like, I was
Cheaper.
worried na baka I'd be left behind. I was thinking na most people would go for term 3. Parang yun yung idea na nasa head ko. Na, oh, everybody's
Really?
going term 3. You're gonna be left behind if you don't. So like, okay, sige, tara, term 3. Yun pala, there are so many term 1 freshmen. Tapos konti lang pala yung T3. So,
I feel like we were half, actually. Like, half of our
Really?
batch went term 3, half. Yeah, most people I know, parang it was just half-half.
Talaga?
ooh.
Ako yung idea ko naman talaga kung bakit nag-term 1 ako. Kasi naisip ko, this is probably gonna be the last summer naman. Ganito katagal. Yun yung, kasi tinanong ko si Kiani, my brother, sorry. Yung brother ko, tinanong ko yung brother ko kung, may mga
May
summer pa ba
summer.
tayo? May summer pa ba kami? Sabi niya, nope. Tapos tinanong ko, should I take term 3 para mas advanced ako? Sabi niya, nope. Sulitin mo na to kung ako sa'yo kasi hindi ka na makakakuha ng ganito kalaking vacation. So, I was like, tama ka dyan. Actually, sa utak ko naman talaga, yung thinking ko lang was, okay, this is actually good. Kasi ayaw ko pang mag-aral. So, babalik na ako sa GTA or Valorant or something. So, yeah, yun na yun. That's the story of why I became T3.
Actually,
T1.
I think like one of the reasons then why I chose term 3 was, one, it was cheaper. I actually like took that into consideration because I think there was tuition discount pa rin in the beginning. So I was like, parang that sounds nice. I like that. Give me that kaching, please.
Stonks.
And then parang yung second part, I was thinking kasi na I don't do much honestly pag summer. I really like working honestly. I was like, parang I need something to keep me busy. So in the end, I think like I settled it in for term 3. It's like, oh, okay, I think like I'll just do it na now. But I feel like whatever term would have picked would have just been the same. Honestly. Like there isn't much of a difference when you start term 3, term 1.
Actually, meron difference sa Prog 3. Yeah. Kasi kayo wala kayong test sa Prog 3, diba?
Oh, that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Oh.
I am not
Okay.
enjoying. I am not enjoying.
Okay.
Tisha, please.
Hindi ako nag-enjoy. Hindi ako nag-enjoy.
Really? You guys have exams?
Yep.
Alam mo, nung sinabi sa amin na may tests na kami, I was like, damn, dapat pala term 1, may term 3 ako
Sign
ngayon.
up for this.
Term 3 na sana ako, damn it.
Yeah.
Tayo na ubutan.
Sam and I were classmates for Prog 3. We both know how chill that was.
Ooh.
It was really chill. Just projects, submit like 2 MPs.
Yeah,
And then a couple of
yeah.
reflections every week.
Okay na yun. What?
It was a good subject. I like Prog 3. Really fun.
Reflections. Paano
Yeah,
yun?
Prog 3 was
11 out of 10.
Reflections? What?
Like there would be some essays, but then other ones are like, for example, make a UML for this kind of situation. And then, if you were to create an object for this, how would you make it look? Or something like that.
Yeah, it's the type of
Not
reflection
so much
na may
on-
right answer and wrong.
Yeah. Not so much on the words, but more on like application of the lesson. Kind of
Wait
reflection.
lang, ba't parang ang ganda naman ng Prog 3 nyo? Ba't kayo nag-enjoy?
I mean, kung may reflection, siguro kami, sulat ko, screw that bug.
Screw that bug. I hate that bug.
That's so true.
Line number 63, I hate you. Ganun. Hindi ako
Yeah.
natulog dahil kasi sa line number 5. Ay nako. Ganun. Pero sana all talaga. Wala nang tests.
Okay lang
I feel
yan.
then like people who are in term 3, parang the adjustment time of the profs was still with us. So by the time it got to you guys,
Oo.
they've adjusted it
Na-realize
now.
nila.
Like, actually, yung yung prog 1 namin, honestly, our exams, no time limit. You could take it any time you wanted within the week. And then you can take it like 4 hours yung exam. I remember the finals, I took 4 hours to finish that.
Oh yeah,
And then like the
same.
next term, I learned that I think your tests had like time limits then all. I was like, well,
Naiiyak ako ngayon. Ba't tayo pinapahirapan? Ayoko, ang hirap na. Ba't ka doon? Asaya ng progyo. Okay, I'm so sorry. Wala na.
That's the life of CCS. Kailangan grind.
Grind? Okay, you're right.
The grind never
That is so
stops,
true.
bro.
Okay. So, anyway, yun nga. So, talking about tests. Saan kayo nag-test? I mean, di ba ano naman tayo lahat? Lahat ba tayo nag-canvas ng test?
Yeah, I think so.
What else would you take for the
I
test?
don't know. Baka may ibang ano kayo dyan, eh.
Pinapa-LBC ni Kyle.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, print out ko tapos ito. Yeah. Yan lang yun talaga. Pero,
Na-experience ko before na there was a Google Forms na exam.
ayun, yun yung ano.
Well,
Yeah,
But not for
exactly.
majors. It was for a GE. But yeah, there were Google Forms na exams.
wait. Was this the library orientation?
No. It was for my
Oh, okay.
LCP.
Ayun.
Oh.
See? Sabi ko
Oh.
sa inyo eh. I'm not delusional.
Hindi eh. Yun sa'yo LBC eh.
Yeah. At least, diba? Pero grabe pina-LBC tayo the other day. No, at least in-extend nila yung requirements natin.
Enrollment.
Thank Lord.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah,
next.
yung enrollment
I feel like our
requirements.
enrollment was so long ago.
Yeah,
Crisela.
parang-
Ours was like last year pa.
Yeah, like,
November, if I recall
pagka-enroll
correctly.
ng mga term 1 freshmen, they were requiring us to have submitted ours already. So when
Talaga?
I saw like reminders
Yeah.
about enrollment requirements, parang inisip ko, may bago ba? May kulang ba? May hindi ba ako pinasa?
Same.
Wala na. I-drop ka na.
Honestly.
I-drop ka na, Crisela.
Yun nga,
Incomplete
magugulat na
requirements.
lang ako may email, we don't have your requirements. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, I was
Bye-bye.
scared about that for a moment. Like, what if I sent my enrollment things and then for some reason DLSU just never got it? And then they like dropped me and I'm just like, I sent my requirements but then they didn't see it or
Alam mo
something.
na,
Lala.
nagkaroon din ako ng ganong fear nung start ng
Diba?
I was like, kasi super hindi ako magaling mag-organize, yun na lang. Hindi talaga organized yung buhay ko. And I had the feeling na anything I pass sa profs ko or sa TLSU mismo will be lost. Tapos di ko na alam kung anong gagawin ko dun. Yeah, yun na. Sure ko na.
Have you guys ever submitted by the wrong file for a homework? Has it happened yet?
Hindi naman.
Not yet. Pero nangyari sa akin na I submitted the homework tas may edits pala ako na need gawin. Thankfully, the prof was super understanding when I sent a second copy. But yeah, fear.
I feel like it's gonna happen to everybody at some point. I'm just waiting for it to happen. Like if I accidentally submit the wrong file.
Kasi ako rin, inaabangan ko na lang kung, I made it a habit na rin to check kung yan ba yung tamang file na sinend ko.
You'll download it like 3 times.
Oo.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Especially codes. That one's so scary. Like you'll re-download it, then recompile.
Oh, yeah.
Then just test it one more time.
Kasi may nagkakaroon daw ng things na hindi gumagana sa kapag dinownload ng prof or something tapos kinakabahan ako sa mga ganun.
Oh, that's scary.
It is.
Yeah, okay. Nandito na rin naman tayo sa usapan na things that are scary. But back to the entire from enrollment to your first day discussion. What were you feeling? Were there things that worried or scared you about starting college in DLSU tapos online pa and everything?
Yung for me, the only thing that scared me, actually scares me until now, what if hindi nagkaroon ng face-to-face? As in like,
Oh my
none,
gosh,
zero.
yes.
Kung possible na F to F na makikita natin when we work.
I think about that.
O kaya like
oh my gosh, yes.
last year na or something, ganun. Or actually less than, like half a year, ganun. Or like, basta nakakatakot yung idea na ganun na hindi man lang tayo naka-experience ng face-to-face. Tapos, ang daming tao na, oh my God, college was like the best year of my life. I did so much. Ganun, I met so many people. Tapos tayo, wala lang, nandito lang tayo sa bahay, naglalaro ng video games, nanonood Netflix, nag-worry about ACADS. Tapos, yeah, just very sad.
I agree, dude. I still think about it on a daily basis, honestly. Na like, what if we just don't make it to the point that we have face to face? Like, it's a daily thought, and I'm just like, I don't like this thought.
I
don't want to entertain it.
Yeah, it's so scary. Parang iniisip ko, I'll be in DLSU for at least 5 years kasi because of my program. So, I'm gonna be here a bit longer than you guys. Pero natatakot ako na baka kahit 5 years ako, none of those 5 years will be in-person classes. Na yung buong 5 years ko online pa rin. It's just,
Sa 6th.
oh God.
Yung pang 6 yung face-to-face.
True.
Sakto kung kailan ka gumraduate, saka nagkaroon ng face-to-face ulit. No.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
Or I'm worried then, what if we have face-to-face, but then the face-to-face it never normalizes to like a level that we want it to. Like, what if it's the kind of face-to-face where you only go to school like one day the whole term? And then you do that for like 3 terms. And then by the end of it, you're done na with college. And that's all the face-to-face you've had. And I'm just like, shucks, I don't want that.
One day for the whole term. Actually, alam mo, I would take, sana, like, once a week. Happy na sana ako sa ganun eh.
Yeah.
Oh, same.
Okay na ako dun.
2 to 3 days in a week also for me would be fine. Parang it's just enough to get that socialization. And you still have enough time to like not be spending a lot of time in traffic.
That's true.
Exactly, true. Tapos ang iniisip ko pa for yung course ko, since IT ako, madaming hardware na kailangan. So, what? Nahihirapan kami. Kasi like, imagine, nagka-hardware kami pero there isn't anything hard. Wala hardware. So, we're forced to study ng, tawag dito, using yung mga simulation stuff, ganun. Tapos wala lang. It's kind of hard to learn IT when wala kang actual thing na hinahawakan.
Yeah, pero I think
that's true.
In a way, we're still a bit fortunate dun sa program natin kasi most of what we do, I think, is really Googling eh. And at least unlike mga siguro sa COS or mga sciences or engineering wherein they really need to do stuff physically
to be fair.
Learn something. I think we're in a quote-unquote better place.
Okay. May point ka naman dun, Jed. Yeah. May point ka naman dun.
Yeah, and yung job natin is the type of thing that you can really do work from home.
Yeah.
Kind of. So, yeah, medyo swerte ang CCS. Well, I guess we don't have the worst part when it comes to this entire COVID and pandemic thing. Fortunately.
But it still sucks.
I will agree with that. I think another fear then that I had with the online class was that I wouldn't know anybody. It's a pretty big jump going from high school to college, and the fact that it's not in person makes it a lot harder. I was pretty lucky though that parang I already knew somebody before I entered pa lang.
Yeah.
And then that person ended up becoming my blockmate also. So it turned out like fine. But then I can imagine for other people it might be scary that you don't know anybody. And then you're all of a sudden just put into this like new Zoom classroom with 40 people you don't know. And you're probably not gonna meet for a long time.
Actually,
oh man, that was me.
Yeah, ako rin. Medyo natakot rin ako nung start. Pero buti na kasama ko yung best friend ko. Sa same course. Tapos magka-blockmate pa kami. And yeah, it was very fun. Pero nung first day of class actually, medyo ano mong term pwede kong gamitin na hindi foul. Makapal mukha ako eh. So, inaya ko yung buong block kung gusto pa na mag-Zoom call later. Like, wala lang get to know. Kasi I'm pretty sure na na everyone was like, ganun na pala yung first day natin. Okay. So, I was like, okay, sige. Minessage ko si, ang batch president natin ngayon. Ay, hindi pala. Batch vice president and legislative assembly natin ngayon. Si Kali tapos si Ash. Message ko sila, sabi ko sa nila, yo, kasi kablock ko sila. Yo, gusto mo ba mag-start ng Zoom call later or something? Tapos message ko rin sila, Carlo and DJ, yung other blockmates ko. So, tinanong ko sa nila, gusto mo ba mag-Zoom call mamaya para makilala natin yung isa't isa? So yun na, that was the start of a friendship. yung buong group of friends ko ngayon sa DLSU was made because of that day. Yes, yun lang.
Aww. That's so
That's
nice.
cute.
Very nice,
I
man.
don't remember my blockmates kasi we never did any block things together.
Oh, that's sad.
If any of Crisela's blockmates are listening to this, alam nyo na.
Yeah.
Awayin nyo na.
Message
Slide
nyo
into
lang si
my
Crisela.
DMs, please.
Message yun na daw siya. She's getting lonely.
Like, no, legit. I didn't have any friends. No, I did have friends pala. Because because of the, hindi kami blockmates. It was actually pretty weird noong term 3. Kasi in our sections, half of us were all from CCS. Half of us were from College of Engineering. So, yung mga friends ko na nakakilala ko noong term 3, yung mga naging kagrupo ko in different subjects, they're all from College of Engineering. So, like, when it became term 1, tapos may block ulit, there's a new block. I didn't know anyone. I had no CCS friends. Parang I really only got to have a lot of friends in CCS when it was term 2 na. Because, we got into Batch Gov. I'm sure my fellow Batch Gov people here know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being in Catch gave me a lot of friends. That was great.
Actually, yeah, true. Medyo fun. Yeah. Main reason, actually, yung punta kaya tayo sa topic ng orgs. Ooh.
Ooh, orgs.
So, orgs, actually, yung main reason kung ba't ang dami kong sinalihan ng orgs kasi gusto kong mag-meet ng friends. I needed friends. Natatakot ako kasi I don't wanna start college ng lonely tapos end it ng lonely pa. Kasi diba, madami ka dapat supposedly na meet sa college tapos tayo medyo wank-wank. So, I didn't wanna be lonely. So, I joined like 5 orgs. Or 4 pala, 4.
Wow, dami.
Pero I had to drop 2. Kasi hindi ko na talaga nagigets ko ano nangyayari. So yeah, yun na. Pretty much.
I think orgs are a good way to meet people, actually. You get to meet, like, a lot of different people. And good way to find friends, also.
Yeah. Diba? I think majority of my friends nga are from orgs. Except for yung blockmates ko but last term. Pero, last term pala. Pero yeah. Kayo! Kayo! They're all my friends from orgs.
Yeah, that's true.
Friends tayo.
You guys met me through orgs. Oh, wait. Ouch.
Hindi, okay lang. Hindi, okay lang.
Oh my gosh! That was just addressed to Tiago. Lahat naman kayo na-hurt, nakakainis.
Oh, that's so hurtful.
Joke lang.
Tira mo yung ginagawa mo, Sam.
Vote kick nyo na lang ako. Vote kick.
Yeah, vote kick. Meron na tayong...
Vote kick.
Don't worry, we have a better Sam here. Diba, Sam? Oof, the better Sam.
Nawala na ako. My bad.
Nawala na yung Sam rights mo. Yeah, we passed it on to the other Sam.
Maxine na siya ngayon.
Are revoking your some rights card. But yeah, in terms of orgs, well, funny thing actually, for some reason, I think DLSU had some technical difficulties nung admission for us term 3 frosh. So I got my DLSU email and my Canvas account like 2 or 3 weeks after classes started na nung term 3.
What?
Yeah, so I got it pretty late. Pero the first thing I did when I got that email was that I signed up for an org. Kasi yung applications nila, Google Forms, and you need to be a DLSU email account. So the first thing I did when I got my email was like, I checked the form kung kaya ko pang makapasok with my new email. Because the deadline was pretty close. Yeah, it was the Lasallian.
Yes.
Exactly the first thing I did after getting my DLSU email. Oh, I have to apply for this.
At least, diba? At least, you got it. You got in pa, diba? Okay na yung, late, but there.
Basta you're there.
Better late than ever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got mine a term early.
What?
Really? Opposites kayo ng problem. So, nakakainis.
Maybe that was my fault. Kasi parang, di ba may binigay na Google form, do you want to enroll term 3, term 1? During that time, I was still thinking if term 3 or term 1. And then, iniisip ko, sige, term 3, parang may advantage. Yun pala, final decision na yun. Akala ko parang, are you considering term 3? So I was like, yeah, sure. Yun pala final na yun, nalista na yung pangalan ko. So I got my email and then ang dami nagrereklamo bakit daw yung iba wala pang email. Kasalanan ng mga nag-enroll ng term 3 na hindi naman nag-term 3. I was like,
Oh no.
That's funny.
I'm sorry.
Okay yan guys, sa mga nahirapan makakuha ng emails,
No.
You
pagalitan
know who
niyo
to
si Sam,
blame.
message niyo siya sa Facebook.
Sam with an
I hate you.
X.
Oo, Sam with an X.
Revoke your Sam rights na din.
Yeah, kami dalawa na lang ni Tiago yung magiging Sam in this Zoom call.
Yeah, I'm Sam with an X. And
I'm Sam
Crisela's-
with a C.
Ano pa pwedeng
I think then-
spell mo, Sam?
Sam with a G, kung gusto nyo.
Jam?
Yeah, pwede.
Oo, pwede yan.
That works. But I feel like the problem kasi during the time that they were asking us if it was term 1 and term 3, the time to think was honestly pretty short.
Yeah.
Like, it's a
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
big decision to make in, let's say, I think 1 week or 2 weeks lang siya. And then, all you had to do was fill out a Google form. So, I think I said then yes before I was fully sure that I was gonna do term 3. Pero the difference was I actually went to term 3. So, if I didn't, I would have gotten, I guess, my email a term earlier then. Then you guys can blame me na lang if you're not able to get your email. So, you know.
Yeah, I think the reason why it was hard to make that decision was like, you suddenly got an email and it's like, oh, are you willing to start going to college 3 weeks from now? You're in shock.
Actually,
So
tinanong
did
ko
you
rin...
guys ask other people then?
Yeah, I was about to say,
there.
Yeah.
Tatanong ko dapat yung mga friends ko na kasama ko sa DSU, magkano ba kayo? Mag-term 3 ba kayo? Sabi na, no.
I really...
Kaya literally everyone said no, don't do this kasi ito na yung last so nakakatamad. Yun nga, hindi nga ako nag-term 3. Very good decision.
Grabe. Just choosing the opinion of the majority. Joke lang.
Hindi, talagang tamad pa ako doon. Hanggang ngayon rin, tamad pa rin ako. Ay, no.
I think I ended up asking all of my classmates if they were gonna go term 3 or term 1. But I kinda knew that it wasn't really gonna matter like what most of them said. Because like I already kinda had an answer in my head. And I knew like what factors would really make me join. But I still asked them anyway. But it didn't really affect my decision. Parang ganon.
I see. Wala, ako, yeah, gets ko naman. Gets ko yun, yeah. Si Samba, Jed.
I don't know. I was asking a few friends then, pero I was actually really considering term 3, pero I was like, dadali ba talaga buhay ko dito? Which it turns out, could have, di ba?
Could have, yeah, di ba?
The exams, man.
The exams.
But I thought kasi na parang if I'm gonna pay for if my family's gonna pay for this, parang will it be worth it? And that's one of the things that I considered, and I just opted for term 1 and take the normal, quote-unquote normal route. It's quite a boring decision, actually.
I feel like whichever one you would have picked would have been boring.
Boring naman, to be fair.
True. Parang like none of the time, sometimes I feel like none of the time I've spent like in college during this pandemic was real.
Yeah,
Parang
totoo.
how much of it is real kasi nasa bahay ka lang, it's the same day over and over again.
I feel that.
You know those movies where you're like stuck in a time loop?
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of how it feels. Na like, you wake up and then you're in the same bed and you're like, oh, it's the same day again. Every day.
Yeah.
For like a year and a half.
Pretty
But then
much.
the movie became real.
That's pretty much, that sums up yung buong natin, experience natin so
College.
far, yeah. It's so sad.
It is. For sure.
Pero, yung masasabi ko kay Sam, Jed, hindi naman siya, I don't think it's the boring decision. I think tama naman yun. I don't think the only perk na makukuha mo kapag, the way I see it, the other option is cheaper, pero mawawalan ka ng, tawag dito, free time. Tapos, the second one is, yung normal, Pero you have a lot of free time. Yun lang yung ano eh. Doon ako nagbase eh. Doon ko binase yung decision ko. So sabi ko, I'll just probably take the one that gives me less work for now. Hindi ko inisip na mas madali ata to for the future. Pero yeah.
Whatever option naman would have just been like fine.
Yeah.
As long as you choose which one talaga you want and you're sure that it's what you want.
At least you don't have to think of the same issue that Sam and I have, that we're running out of GE.
That's true. In our first term, Criscela, same ba sa'yo na they assigned like a lot of GEs?
Yeah, it was 4 GEs and then CC Prom 1.
I agree. Same. So because of that, it kind of offset my whole flow chart. So I'm kind of trying to space out my subjects so I still have remaining GEs in the future.
Bruh, right now I have 4 GEs.
I'm not
Why
sure how
do I
many
do
pa I
this
have
to
left.
myself?
Pero I'm kind of scared of that moment na kasi I don't have any GEs. So everything is puro majors. I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I was thinking, okay, I'm just gonna clear up my flowchart, gonna take all the GEs while I can, para pwede na lang ako mag-focus sa majors. But then I also realized late na, oh man, I need the GEs for my GPA.
Oh, that's true. GEs help with the GPA a lot.
Oh yeah, actually totoo. Doon ako kumukuha ng grades ko eh. That's where I get my panghatak ko.
That's true.
Kung literally last term, the only 2 subjects, hindi naman only 2 subjects. The only 2 out of 4 subjects na hindi na major ko was yung muntik nang bumagsak. So feeling ko kapag diniretso ko ngayon as in like lahat ng subjects ko major, like pinagsama ko prog 3 tapos DSALG, patay na ata ako ngayon. I mean like hindi na ako umaasa for like DL or something. Hindi na. Wala na. That dream is dead.
Mga college life hacks na hindi natin alam before.
Oo, ano nyo?
That's true.
Oo nga, tips to para sa mga listeners natin na 121. Pag gusto nyong pumasa, tapos gusto nyong magkaroon ng DL, kuha kayo ng super hard subject, tapos samahan mo yung napakaraming GE na madali, na sa tingin mo madali Tapos, pagdasalan mo na lang na hindi ka makakuha ng below 2. Below 2 dun sa subject na yun. Then you're probably
get
safe.
a good prof. Get a super good prof. Like, honestly, I feel like getting a good prof is also a way to guarantee good grades.
Yeah, pero parang nagiging feedback loop siya kasi to get a good prof, you need to get good grades first because of the DL enlistment privilege.
That's true.
Diba?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Medyo mahirap. That's why I'm trying to do the long term basta yung ginagawa ko is slow and steady. Packet ako ng packet. So, 'di ba DL ako last term. So, next term, sure lang. Wow, parang kayo hindi DL. So, yun nga, 'di ba next term, mas mauuna tayo. So, I'm gonna get the better subjects para sa susunod. Mas madali na ulit. Tapos susunod-sunod na lang yun. I can feel the excitement para mas madali na buhay natin. Okay, sure go daw.
Yeah, well, the university has been implementing changes naman para maging mas fair yung distribution of slots for certain profs, certain sections for people who don't really get into like first DL, second DL, or yung mga walang organizational privileges for enlistment. Since yun nga, they're doing the staggered thingy na, I don't know, 15, 20, 25 slots lang yung open for first DL on the first day. Wait, what were your guys' thoughts on that? Kasi it was only our second time enlisting, tapos biglang nagbago yung system.
I was so gulat. I woke up, I think, 30 minutes before my enlistment, only to find out that they made that announcement. And I was like, all the classes that I planned to take. And then I had to double check everything. And I think it messed up my plans by a lot. By a lot.
Actually, kapag ever since then, sinasabi ko na sa sarili ko, okay, walang kwenta yung ipaplan mo ngayon.
That's so true.
So,
GEs don't, like, GEs, you have to come up with like 5 backup profs talaga.
Yeah, 5
like,
backup
kahit
plans,
first DL ka, 5 backups, and don't expect that you're gonna get your first choice.
Yeah, you will never,
that's true.
in your life, unless super swerte mo, hindi mo makukuha yung first choice mo. That did not happen. Sobrang daming...
No, actually, sinwerte ako nung term 2? Like, the first time we did manual enlistment.
Oh,
Sinwerte ako noon. Like, isang... No, wait.
Joke lang.
Isang pindot ko lang. I got all the classes na inad ko sa cart. So, I was like, oh, that's great.
No way.
Naging DL ka ba?
Grabe.
Nauna ka ba?
Yeah.
Kaya pala. Kasi nung time na yun, so hindi ka nagkaroon ng like changes sa pinakaunang ID mo?
Wala talaga.
Really?
I didn't have any changes din sa first choices ko. And I was expecting na, siguro naman ganun ulit the next term. I was wrong.
Joke lang. At least, diba? At least naranasan mo yung first time okay na, diba?
Yeah.
Naka-disappoint next few times, no?
Oo, medyo hindi ka na natutuwa eh.
Bro, yung tipong di ka makapasok sa animo, sis. It's just loading and loading and loading.
Mga stream.
Oh, that's so true. I think my first enlistment, I took more than an hour. I was so I took more than an hour because also at the time, I didn't really know how it worked. So I was still like, I didn't know you could add it to cart before the enlistment pa. So during the actual day, I had to make so many changes para to my schedule. Because all the seniors took the class that I wanted. So I was like,
Gets
no.
good, yeah. I understand that.
Yeah, like legit, even if my DL privileges, they were all gone na. And I was like, okay. So I had to like fix everything. And then by the end of it, more than 1 hour na passed since I was enlisting. And then after I was like, oh my gosh, ganito pala mag-enlist. It's really the Hunger Games, but online.
Oo, truly. Naalala ko yung first day na yung first time kong manual enlistment. Binabantayan namin ng friends ko yung my DLSU. Tinitingnan namin lahat ng mga gusto namin courses. Like every hour, actually every 30 minutes, nawawala yung isang sub namin. So umaabot to the point na
That's funny.
buong sked namin umiiba-iba every hour. Kasi wala talaga, naiiwan na lahat nakukuha na lahat ng subs na maayos, tapos lahat ng profs pa na nakukuha na magaganda nakukuha na. So, yeah. Kung hindi ka DL, I guess try your best to manage how you wanna like kung ano ba yung tactic na gagawin mo dito. Kasi sobrang hirap talaga like papalit-palit ng schedule every 30 minutes. Yeah, don't do that.
That's true. I feel like whatever you plan for, it's really hard. Actually, I was planning out kasi my schedule with somebody else. And then when we were planning out the schedule, what we did was we already copy-pasted all of the schedules, the possible list of it, into a Google Sheet. So that during the actual enlistment, we wouldn't have to keep going back anymore to look for it. And then like, we already had the list na like, oh, if this class doesn't happen, then we're taking this class or something like that. So it made it a lot easier actually. We started doing that last term lang. So, tips dyan sa mga ID 121.
Actually, natawa ako doon kasi ganun kami, as in, diba yung na-mention ko yung buong group of friends ko, yung friends ko, yung group ng blockmates ko before, yun yung ginawa namin. As in, like, may isa kaming G-doc, G-sheets, lahat ng possible combinations ng
Dude, I
lahat
agree.
ng possible combinations ng subjects na kailangan namin i-take, tapos lahat ng kung nawala yung isang subject na to, okay, go to plan D. Tapos kung nawala rin yung dalawang subject na to, plan Z tayo. Wala. We had contingency plans everywhere. Kasi na-traumatize kami nung first time na nag-enlist kami. Literally yung talaga, wala kami nakuha na gusto namin prof nun. Like yung original plan. So, yeah, we had to change it up ng konti. So, hassle.
I feel like the more people you try to plan your schedule with, the harder it is to get everybody in.
Oh, it really
to the
is
same
hard.
class.
Ako, natuto na ako nun eh. Like, na-realize ko na yan, okay, hindi ko na masasamahan yung mga to.
Oh, I was just gonna say kasi na, imagine if you're like one person trying to enter the class with 7 other people and everybody else trying to enter the class, assume that they're trying to enter the class with like minimum 3 other people or something. So there's like how many people fighting for the 40 slots in a GE?
Exactly.
It's so hard.
Natutunan na ano yun since term 1, sabi ko okay, hindi ko na pwede masama yung mga friends ko. So lahat ng GE na tinitake ko is wala akong kasama. I'm all alone. It's fun though kasi madami akong nakikita ng people. Pero yung bad part doon, may for sure lahat ng tao makakaranas ito. I think kasi I don't know, baka irresponsible lang ako. Pero may isang araw makakalimutan mo na may assignment ka pala, may project ka pa ng deadline is tomorrow. Ako nangyari yun actually, alam mo, funny thing about yung sa mga nag-take ng GE Math dito, yung individual project proposal nyo, I only found out na yung deadline was 2 days after. I mean, like, nalaman ko na lang na 2 days ahead na lang yung yung deadline. Like 2 days. Nalaman ko yung diba? Tapos 2 days after that is yung deadline. So yun yung, dun ko na-realize na, okay, I think I should really be more, responsible. Kasi I had to cram yung paggawa ng script, yung pag-research, yung pag-edit in 1 day. Kasi mag-submit na ako sa second day. So, yeah. Kung ako sa inyo, wag kayong at least kung kayo magsa-start ng subject ng mag-isa kayo, get a friend na agad. Get a friend ASAP. Tapos, yes, mag-usap na lang kayo about something, I don't know, basta maging close kayo. Kasi you're gonna need the information.
And then there might be times din na may pinapag-usapan silang homework kasi ikaw hindi mo alam anong homework.
Yep,
kasi hindi mo wala ka din matanungan hindi mo matanong yung prof mo kasi for sure may inis siya kasi hindi mo alam yung homework.
Hindi ka nakikinig, bata.
Hindi mo din naman matanong yung mga classmates mo kasi feeling mo, husgahan ka nila. Hindi nag-aaral to. I mean, it's really hard. Pero, I don't know, I think it's part of it to prioritize yung mga profs and subjects over being with our friends.
Yeah. I think okay nga yun At least natututo ka how to be alone talaga. I mean, like, completely alone. Kasi kung ako, never ako magsari sa sarili sa isang course. I wouldn't really know much. Like, kasi nung first term kasi, medyo low-key nagdepend ako sa mga kaklase ko sa like yung mga friends ko ng, oy, may ba tayo? May assignment ba tayo ngayon? So, yun, nasa yung Zoomcast, oo.
Yeah. You have the link.
Nagdepend talaga ako sa kanila for like a good term, or one long term talaga. Pero, after nung second term, na-realize ko, okay, I cannot do that anymore. So, yun nga, gotta be responsible, I guess. Tips na to for yung mga 121 na makikinig ng podcast na to. Maybe, I don't know.
I feel like the hardest part if you don't know anybody in the class talaga is if, for example, may something unexpected na mangyari. Like, your prof doesn't send the Zoom link or your prof like suddenly just disappears and you're not sure if it's just you.
Ooh.
And then you have to like, you know how if you have somebody you're with, you can message them like, is it just me but sir hasn't sent the Zoom link yet?
Actually,
or,
totoo
ako
yun.
lang ba? But Miss said she was gonna upload this but she didn't. And sometimes you don't know if it's a technological problem or it's just really supposed to be like that.
Oo.
And parang having someone with you also helps you parang fix that problem out or at least like lessen it so that you know that it's not just you experiencing it.
Yeah, I get that. Yung pinaka-helpful na thing talaga sa sa mga classes, yung mga GEC, like super helpful ng group chat, GC.
You said GEC.
Sorry, nag-loading yung brain ko.
I was like, GEC? I have gap chat?
Kasi nag-usap tayo about GE, tapos yung brain ko, GEC? Okay, sorry, anyway.
Gap chat.
Basta yun, pinaka-helpful na thing talaga is yung mga GC. God bless yung mga students na nagkaka-initiative to make the GC. God bless all of you, I swear. Kung
Grabe
wala kayo,
yung mga GC na yan.
Kung wala kayo, madami nang bumagsak, honestly.
na-try ko na gumawa ng GC noon for a group. Tas mali yung na-invite ko. As in, hindi siya from DLSU.
Oh my
I
goodness.
invited somebody from, I think, UST. And then she messaged by the GC, "Hi guys, I think you're messaging the wrong person." And I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry.
Okay na yun. Oh my god, gusto ko maramdaman yung feeling na ganun. Like a random person from India or kaya pangalan niya Jason Pua or
Derulo.
something, I don't know.
Ay.
Sorry, Jason, sabihin natin, basta I was just spitballing a name, sorry. Jason Cosby, I don't know. Basta kadun.
Jason
Tapos-
Derulo.
Jason Derulo na lang. Like parang mag-speak siya ng mga kung ano-ano, like a language you don't know. Tapos hindi mo alam kung pinagtitripan ka ba or talagang
Yeah.
ibang siya.
I would freak out, dude. I'd probably think that I'm being hacked. Honestly. I'm like, or not naman being hacked, but like, I don't know, ma-pyramid scam ako or something.
Pyramid
I'm just
scam?
like, oh, why are you messaging me, ha? What do you need?
Oh,
Sus.
oo
A
nga
little bit
pala.
sus.
Kayo ba guys, nung start ng school year, gaano karaming mga like people na inad mo? Na inad mo dahil kasi you think taga-DLC siya pero sa totoo lang hindi talaga.
I don't add.
Oh man, there were so many.
Diba?
Parang may friend request, tas you see there's a good number of mutual friends naman. So, I'm like, okay, I'm guessing this person is from LaSalle. I will add para naman I can socialize. Tapos biglang later on, you see na, hindi pala sila taga-DLSU.
Really? Oh my gosh, that's so scary. Like,
Na
Yeah.
na-expose si Criscela.
Yeah.
for me, kasi I usually wait until like they send the friend request.
Yeah, no, friend
Tapos-
request naman. Like,
Yeah.
it was, I accepted and accepted kahit hindi pala sila taga-Lasal. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's scary. Oh my gosh, the potential. Oh my gosh, that's scary.
Kaya nga napatanong ako kasi I feel like talaga na nung start ng classes, I was adding too much people. Tapos the only people na alam kong CCS ngayon, or at least taga-DLSU ngayon, it's like a 50%. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung 50% na others. Pero the thing is,
So you have just like random people there
Yes.
in your friend list.
yeah, exactly. And yung weird thing kasi, yung friends nila, taga-DLSU. Pero, they don't seem like they're from DLSU themselves. So, medyo sus. Who are you? Sa mga,
You should message them.
okay,
Joke lang.
so
Where are you from?
sa mga nakikinig dito na na nag-friend sa akin pero hindi pa tayo nag-chat. Sorry kung na-atake ko kayo. Message nyo na ako or something to clarify. Taga-DLSU ako. Ganun. Thank you.
The views and opinions of the hosts and resource persons do not represent those of the organization, the university, and its stakeholders. Viewer discretion
But
is
yeah,
advised.
going back to where we were before, dagdag ko lang, in the entire enlisting into GEs with friends thing, naranasan ko na naman kasi to take GEs alone. So I was like, okay, chill, I'll be alone. Pero nagugulat na lang ako, there are like very pleasant coincidences na pagpasok ko sa GE on the first day, I see familiar faces, I see people I know, parang, may kasama pala ako. And yeah, it is a big help na parang kahit when you need to ask somebody, like, is there a Zoom link? Ako lang ba? Or hindi nagsastart yung meeting? Or, gets mo ba kung paano gagawin tong homework na to? There's someone you can ask. Pero hard same on the importance of, like, getting used to being alone. Super relate din.
Yeah, diba? Kasi, well, I think it's a skill. Like, it's a skill sa surviving na mag-isa ka. So, sa mga makikinig na 121, beware.
Do not be afraid of being a lone wolf.
Oo nga, totoo.
I feel like you'll experience a lot of that talaga. It's really hard to expect that na you're gonna know everybody in all the subjects you're in. So, might as well na lang parang just like, meet friends on the way na lang. Parang classmate. If wala kang kilala, then, for example, you get a group work, then at least you know you have a GC na to message if, guys, where's the Zoom link? Or something like that.
Exactly. I get that.
Speaking of friends, have you guys like tried to make friends with the people in your GEs or any subject na hindi nyo siya kilala elsewhere? You just really had them as a classmate in a certain subject and you tried to befriend them.
Yeah.
Meron ba?
Yeah.
How did it go? Kwento.
Actually, very fun. Na-surprise ako kasi friend, siya. Apparently thing, parang may presentation kasi kami. Like, sa GE itself, nag-presentation kami about yung introduction, ganun. And what do you know about yourself? Something about yourself nga. So I said na parang, hi, I'm Kyle. I like playing music. Tapos I'm a bassist and a drummer, ganun. Tapos yung guy, he messaged me. He's a good guy, nice guy. Hindi kami masyadong nag-uusap ngayon, pero at the time we were good friends. Nanood nga kami ng I think we played GTA together. Yeah, GTA. Pero minessage niya ako, like, yo, nagbe-bass ka pala. Nagbe-bass ka or nagbe-drums ka. Tapos sakto, we're gonna need we need one more player para sa parang band thing namin. So sabi ko, damn, nice, kasama, pwede naman if ever G ako. Tapos yun, for now, hindi ko pa sure kung ano plans nila, pero yeah, I have a friend from CLA. Very fun. May na ako, future bandmate. Wow.
No, pag
that's
face
so
to face
cool.
na, you guys can like team up or something.
Yeah, we can just
Events.
jam.
Oh, orgs, you know na who to contact. Contact Tiago.
Actually, from in-add kasi nila ako sa Discord nila. So, medyo madami, may kilala na ako from, like, other colleges and actual other colleges talaga. Like, colleges mismo. So, God bless pag-message niya. Madami akong kilala.
Oh, yeah. For me, I have had a few friends na nakilala ko lang because of the GE. But, parang unfortunately, on my end, they don't really last long. Hindi matagal yung period na you're actively messaging each other. Because there's like that difference na wala naman kayong shared org. Wala kayong
That's true.
shared course. So you guys are different with different schedules, different priorities. So after the subject ends, yung parang casual acquaintance na you talk to paminsan-minsan. I feel like it would be different if face-to-face kasi. That's something I feel like, sayang, ganun.
That's
Kasi
true.
if it's face-to-face, parang you get to connect more with each other. Pero ngayon na online, it's just you say hi, we're in the same course. We're in the same section for this class. And you talk together for the duration of the class. Tapos when it's over na, parang it's so hard to find something to talk about.
I agree.
Actually, yeah, that's pretty much what happened nga rin sa mga friends na nagawa ko. Yun nga, the friend I was talking about, hindi na kami masyadong nag-uusap ngayon. And like, nasasayangan ako kasi if only it's not, kung face-to-face lang talaga, feeling ko mas close kami ngayon. We probably played a gig na or something, pero hindi just sucks.
I feel like then, kasi pag online, you kind of get that fear also na, for example, like, what if I message this person and then parang it's hard to understand if they actually are enjoying your company or if parang naiinis sila.
Yeah, shit.
Na they're like busy. It's very hard to read the parang non-verbal cues through messages Parang that's a big gap then.
Yeah, super true. Parang minsan you're afraid of messaging them kasi, paano kung busy sila? It's kind of tough with how everything is on Messenger na. Everything is in Telegram or Messenger. Basta online messaging. Your work is there, your org work, your school work, and then pati yung mga personal connections and relationships mo, lahat na nandun. So, it's overwhelming. And then you're afraid of like messaging another person and making it even more overwhelming for them.
Agree. And people also have like different texting styles. So for example, personally for me, if you don't send the ha in all caps, I don't know if you're being sarcastic.
Yeah, ako rin.
I really
Seryoso
don't
yun,
know
totoo
if
yun.
like you're really laughing or you're not laughing. So parang I'm just
Yeah.
like, I can't tell if you're like actually laughing at the joke. So parang trying to understand also people and based on their texting style na there are some people who don't text the same way as you but maybe they're actually parang enjoying it but then it's hard.
I get that so much. Talagang, ako kasi, naka-chat ko na kayo lahat eh. So, alam niyo naman na kapag tumatawa ako, all caps talaga siya. Tapos,
Same here.
kapag talaga, whenever I see someone na hindi all caps, I try my best talaga na intindihan na, okay, so maybe this is just how they actually just message. Pero yung nasa sa likod ng brain mo talaga.
May fear siya, no?
There's an idea na, hindi talaga natutuwa yung tao na yan. Huwag mo na siyang i-bother or something.
Di mo alam kung naiinis din. And you're just like, sorry na. Sige.
Sige, thank you.
Mabounce.
Sensya na, ako lang to.
And then in
Exactly.
relation siguro to what Criscela said, yung mga friends from GEs pero from other colleges, I can agree na it's really hard to connect right after class. Kasi unlike face-to-face siguro, we can see them around campus. Pero ngayon naman, you can't see people around, pag wala kayo sa Zoom. And I think that's one part which makes building relationships a bit harder during this time.
I agree.
Really.
I think that it's usually the small things kasi that count. Like, for example, if, let's say, you trip and then somebody like laughs at you and then you both laugh together and then friends na kayo because you
Yeah.
have that like small shared moment that you can laugh about.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times you can read people's personalities then based on their nonverbal. But then if it's online, it's kind of hard to understand like who people you'd probably vibe with versus those you wouldn't.
Yeah, actually true. Hindi mo alam
So in
na,
that sense, it's medyo hard lang to make friends.
hindi mo pala alam na inaaway ka na pala eh.
Oh yeah. It's so hard to tell until you actually see them, I don't know, in a Zoom call, ganun.
Definitely, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so super, socialization is there, but it's hard.
Yeah, truly. Kaya nga ang tip ko for the like ID 120s, sa first day nyo, sabihin natin hindi kayo nag-interaction like what we experienced. Kapalan nyo na yung mukha nyo. Sabihin, mag-aya kayo sa block GC nyo. Yo, do you guys wanna, watch a movie later? Mag-Zoom call tayo, ganun. Para mag-socialize tayo or para to get to know each other. Kasi, kung hindi nyo ginawa yun, mahihirapan na lang kayo in the end. Kasi having friends in college is such a big help talaga.
That's really true. Kasi I believe kahit kapalan mo yung mukha mo, I don't think other people would really not like you because of that. Kasi I'm sure, especially sa mga ID 121s na you all desire na magka-friends during this season of our lives. And in college, especially online, we really need to be intentional when it comes to building our relationships with one another.
Yeah, super agree. So like, I think our conversation has established na there's been such a huge difference in socialization. With this, one, it's college, and two, it's online. Pero moving on naman to our personal, more private lives. How did like starting your online college experience, how did that affect your work-life balance and your daily routines? Kasi I'll start. Personally, for me, it wasn't as a big change as I thought it would be. Kasi, yun sanay tayo sa high school kind of schedule na it's 7 a.m. to, 5 p.m., 3 p.m. So, I was thinking, I'm gonna be studying for such a long time at home. Pero when I got my schedule, parang tinignan ko, saglit lang pala yung classes. It's like 3 hours to 1.5 hour sessions a week. Tapos, you have like 5, 6 subjects. So, nagulat ako na parang, it's not that much of a change sa daily routine ko or in whatever I was doing before college started. Kayo, kumusta naman?
Sige, Kyle.
Ikaw na muna.
Sige. Okay, I'll take it. For me, I think, I don't know. I really prefer yung college schedule na we're free to pick yung classes natin. Kasi, I really want yung feeling na controlled ko yung time ko. And college gives that to me. Unlike sa high school na nag-aaral ka sunod-sunod, tuloy-tuloy. So at least dito may time, may breaks ka, ganun. Although, ayun nga, medyo heavy yung workload minsan. I feel like it's a bit better for me. And in terms naman of balancing yung work-life balance and daily routines, I was able to adjust yung school schedule to my daily routine so that it won't conflict. Should I give an example? Sige, early bird kasi ako, so I wake up around 6 a.m. Every day. So I'm able to... Sometimes it's not a good thing. Minsan pag natutulog ako ng mga late, ganun pa din yung wake up time ko. So medyo nakakahilo siya.
I feel that.
So ayun, I'm able to take morning classes and then the entire afternoon I'm free. So either I'll study or play games or do whatever.
Yeah, I get
How
that.
about you, Tiago?
Well, it's kind of it's different from having no work at all. So, medyo, compared to high school, mas na-enjoy ko yung time ngayon in terms of actually studying. The only thing na ayaw ko lang naman is yung social life. Pero, other than doing that, other than yung social life, if you think about it, ngayon, medyo nag-enjoy ako kasi I have a lot of hobbies and stuff na pwede kong gawin while I'm, like, in between my class hours, and nag-enjoy ako. Kasi, it gives me an opportunity to do stuff in the house talaga eh, na hindi ko pwede gawin before. The only thing na ko nga lang ngayon is difference between the having no classes and classes. Kasi, to be fair, parang hindi mo masyadong maramdaman na, college na pala ako, until malalaman mo na bukas na pala yung deadline. pero for me, yun nga, hindi mo masyadong maalala na college na pala ako. Kasi you're gonna feel like parang, wow, parang nasa high school lang ako. I'm just listening to the prof while I'm doodling or something. Nakatingin ka sa anything else. Ganun. Pero at the same time, ma-realize mo na college ka na kasi, wait, mahirap na nga pala yung ginagawa ko ngayon. Minsan mahihirapan ka talaga. Pero other than the fact na medyo hindi kadali yung yung mga subjects mo ngayon, you're kind of free. That's what dun ko masasabi na na yung difference ng personal life ko compared sa high school. Actually, sa tingin ko mas free ako eh in terms of personal life ko ngayon kaysa sa high school. So, that's kind of fun, Kayo ba, Sam and Criscela? Yeah.
I can go first na lang. Like, for me, I feel like I'm always busy. I feel like parang opposite siya sa'yo, Tiago. Na if you feel like you had a lot of time in high school, ako parang mine's the opposite. Well, I've always been the type of person that kasi who likes to be parang constantly working. Like, I always have to keep myself busy talaga. Tapos, I guess now that everything's online, it's kind of hard to parang distinguish kasi parang what's my personal time versus what's my schoolwork time. So, I feel like it just kind of blends together and then I'm just doing work a lot somehow.
I get that, yeah.
Yeah, super relate with Sam on that, on being the type of person who just needs to keep on working and working and working.
Agree.
So, I'm always busy. Like, I don't know if there's much of a difference between high school and now. Kasi parang it's the same thing. ACADS and ACADS until you're finished. And when you're finished with ACADS, you go to org work.
Oh,
though,
yeah.
I do think, though, that like the difference of it lies lang in before, if you're constantly working with other people. So, like, for example, if you're studying with your barkada, you're studying with your class before your test or something. But then, now, most of those people are just gone. It's like it's like a smaller version of it na lang.
Yeah, parang ang hirap to study on your own. Well, you're gonna do it anyway. Pero it's harder to start and get the motivation you need. Kasi dati when you were with other people, tara, aral na tayo.
Oo, didiretso
It's
yung
easy
malalaman.
to
That's
start,
true.
diba?
And parang, for example, if there's like a project, and then the simple like, do you guys want to meet in Starbucks? And then naman like when you go to Starbucks, it won't be all work. Like, syempre magkakwentuhan din kayo. So it keeps like a lot of motivation to do the project.
Actually,
But then now
totoo.
it's just like all work.
Yeah, that's
Kasi
actually
at
true.
the same time, medyo nahiya ka to parang extend your time na, oh, like, kwentuhan tayo. So, it just ends up being all work and then it gets kind of nakakawalan ng gana to complete the project.
Yeah.
That's actually true.
Tapos ang hirap din to agree on like when are we gonna meet up for this? When are we gonna finish this? Kasi you don't know what their lives are like outside of class. Kasi it's
Exactly.
online. Baka at home, they have a lot of chores to do. May mga errands sila that they have to run. Parang hirap tansyahin ng schedule ng people you're working with.
Yeah, exactly. Totoo yan.
Agree.
Ako, like, kasi kapag nasa like, nakadepende talaga sa environment minsan yung efficiency ng work mo. Like, unlike sa school, when everyone is actually just, okay, we're in school. We're here to study talaga eh. Pero dito, tayo nasa bahay tayo eh. And majority of the time, kahit alam mong you're in class, you're still in your house eh. So parang, nasa house ako, I can probably take a 5-minute nap habang nagdi-discuss yung prof ko. Tapos next thing you know it, naiwan ka na sa Zoom, napahiya ka sa prof mo dahil kasi napansin niya na, hindi niya pinapansin yung messages ko na umalis na. Okay. So yun nga.
Based on true story ba yan?
Actually, hindi. Akala mo Based on other people's stories. I'm responsible. Hindi ako natutulog sa class. Magaling ako eh.
Not even once? Never happened?
Okay, nangyari siya once after Okay, to be fair, after ko magpa-vaccine yun. Na, diba? So, medyo, I had a good reason. Medyo may tama yung medyo inantok ako ng sobra nun eh. Pero, yeah, other than that, never pa ako nakatulog sa class. Kahit gusto ko. Talagang, it would be hard though, for a lot of people. And it's...
Definitely.
Yeah. May mga iba dito. Sam.
It's very hard to stay awake during class, but most of the time I'm awake naman. We're 90%. Like, it'll just be that one isolated case when I'm just like super tired and I don't realize it. Oh, recently actually, I had this class na, I don't know what happened to me that day. I was just super tired. I don't think I got enough sleep. And then I didn't realize I fell asleep actually. It's kind of that like half asleep, half awake kind of time. So you don't know if you're still in the Zoom or not. And then I think I just fell asleep for like 5 minutes. And then after I was like, wait. What happened in the discussion? Buti na lang medyo madali lang yung subject. And I didn't miss much in that 5 minutes. Parang intro pa lang ni sir. So it was goods pa.
Ayun nga. So yeah. Medyo makikita na natin dito kung sino yung mga nakakatulog sa klase.
I feel like it's happened to everyone though, falling asleep during class.
Yeah,
it's like an online class staple kind of thing.
Yeah, honestly.
Kahit naman face-to-face.
Shit. Totoo.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Like, at least once, you're gonna have that, like, one day during Hell Week na everybody in class is just sleeping and the teacher's just kind of like, sige na nga, matulog na lang kayo.
Oh, yeah. Dahil kasi Hell Week eh. Yeah, I think the profs would understand na, okay, they're dying.
Yeah. I really appreciate teachers like that. Like, they know that you're having a really hard time, the class, and they know that it's like Hell Week. So, in the end, parang, they'll just let you rest na lang for that day. Or at least lighten the work.
Yeah. Natutuwa ako sa mga prof na ganun. Yung mga naglalighten na lang ng work dahil kasi alam nilang na madami kang ginagawa. God bless your souls.
Shout out to those teachers and profs.
Sana lahat ng prof. Joke.
I can really agree with Kyle dun sa sinabi niyang parang wala ka sa environment of studying. Di ba sinabi mo yun? Something like that.
Yeah.
Kasi I'm the type of person na if I'm at school, I study. If I'm at home, I chill.
Yeah.
Most of the time kasi when I was in high school and even elementary, I would finish all my homeworks at school. And then I'd go home kahit medyo gabi na. So, and then at least I know when I'm at home, I can do anything I want. And yung difference siguro ngayon is we don't really have that luxury of having a specific environment of doing this and doing that. Your entire house becomes your school, diba? So, I don't know, it's kind of hard to distinguish yung places, no? Kaya it's hard to find motivation.
Yeah. Same ako dun.
It's so hard to like, kasi dati, when you're in school, you do school things, and when you're at home, you do home things. But now you have to do both home things and school things in your house. Kasi back when I was in senior high, I was into the habit of staying at school, like past class hours. If I had something important to do, may project ako, I have to work on my research, and I'll stay in the library or some other place in the school, and I wouldn't go home until I made sure it was finished na okay, I'm not gonna do any more work on this for the day. So, yeah, whenever I could, I do things like that. Pero ngayon, I can't do that na. I'm at home, but I have to work. Dati, I just associate with home with like, okay, nasa bahay na ako. I can sleep, I can rest. So yeah, that's something that's really hard to adjust to. It's been a year for us, kami ni Sam. It's been a year for us na we're in the online schooling, online college. But yeah, it's still hard to adjust to.
I agree. Though I feel like medyo opposite ako with the one about working at school. So I've always been the type to work talaga at home. Like, I don't know. When I don't know. I really like my table. And fun fact, I can't study without my lamp. Like, I need a specific kind of light with me. Otherwise, I'm not studying. So, I really keep a lamp beside my table because I don't know, I want it like super bright. And if I'm studying in another place, the brightness isn't the same. Like, I need my setup or else I can't parang study. Pero for me, I think the parang hard part lang is keeping motivation. Because I'm not really sure, like, parang before, I like going to school to see my friends. I really like going to school just for that reason. But then, now it's just kind of like, tulog na lang ba? Or, it can be hard.
Yeah. Minsan, nawawalan na rin ako ng motivation to actually go to class. So, I still go to class. Pero, the thing is, am I just listening to class?
That's true.
I mean, like, yun lang ba yung ginagawa kong, like, exactly just listening and studying. Kasi minsan ako, I just paint habang nag-class. Share ko lang na, nagpe-paint ako ng, like, figurines. Just
that's
a small
so cool.
hobby. Yeah, thank you. Pero kasi, yeah, na-pick up ko siya sa, during quarantine. Pero, I was like, nung first few weeks ko nang nagpe-paint, sabi ko, wait lang. I can probably do this habang nakikinig kasi nakikinig lang naman ako eh. Tapos in the end, wala na. As in, like, hindi na ako nakikinig. I'm just painting. I'm just there sa Zoom class. So, yeah, you gotta find your motivation. So, okay lang naman sa akin kasi I sometimes study outside. The good thing pala, for 121 if ever, a good thing for na maganda sana gawin is keep that friend na gusto mag-aral. Kasi that friend's gonna be the one who's gonna motivate you na, oy, mag-aral tayo bilis. Kailangan natin mag-aral para sa test natin bukas, ganun or something. So, keeping someone like that is very important, I think. Well, for me at least, kasi I'm a dingus.
Yeah, relate on the friend that studies, yung masipag mag-aral, yung ipupush ka mag-aral. You just have to have somebody to pull you out of your unmotivated times.
Yeah.
And somebody na pacemaker mo. Maybe even someone you compete with if you guys are the type that likes healthy competition. Kasi personally, I do. So having that kind of person is
Grabe!
Oo, parang ganun. I have a few friends na parang lighthearted lang naman. It's not anything serious. Pero, tara, paramihan ng recitation sa klase mamaya.
That's a good way to keep motivation though.
Diba?
Yeah,
Kasi you
actually,
have to keep
totoo yan.
listening if you wanna recite.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving me ideas.
So, nung grade 10 ako, that really worked. Totoo talaga yun. Kasi like, nung grade 10, medyo napunta ako sa section na wala akong masyadong kilala. Tapos, I was forced to be friends with, yung people na pwede kong makaibigan doon. Tapos, turns out, matatalino sila and masisipag sila. Apparently, sa year na yun, doon ako naging honor. Kasi, lahat ng pinag-uusapan ng friends na yun was like, uy, nagawa mo na ba yung assignment natin? Tapos, grabe, ang ganda ng nagawa natin kahapon. Okay, sige, mag-aral na ako. At least natutuwa yung mga friends ko dun, diba? So, yeah, I think yung, a good thing to do rin pala is to keep your friends na, like, matalino nga, and, well, hindi mo matalino. I think masipag yun. That's a good term.
Choose good friends, honestly. I think that's something na I'd like to share lang with the ID 121. Kasi if you choose people who you know will make you better.
Exactly.
Because if you choose then people na, for example, di lang talaga kayo match ng style nyo with pacing, eventually it's just gonna tire you out. You really need to be with people na you feel like you like how they're doing then. Like, for example, if super maakads din sila, it'll eventually motivate you then, and your ACAS will become fun because it's just it's like a barkada thing more than a work thing na lang.
Yep. True.
I was honestly really lucky na may high school barkada. Lahat kami, we're all super maano with our ACADs, and it doesn't really feel like a lot of work when you're with them and then you're just doing like a project. I don't know, it always seemed super fun.
Actually, true. Totoo yan. Yeah. May factor talaga kapag yung friend group mo is someone people na may priorities rin. Kasi in some cases talaga magsisync yung priorities niyo. So very nice.
Yung funny dun is if you're studying, tapos, guys, aral tayo, then it becomes kwentuhan session. Sorry, kind of guilty for instigating that most of the time, pero I guess that's why the studying was fun.
At least inamin mo, diba? And aware ka.
I'm guilty a lot of the times. Because I study at home, I don't really study at school. So like, when I see them, let's make kwento, guys.
Kwento muna tayo.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah, parang ang dami nating na-realize after a year or so of being in the online college setup. Pero out of all the things we've talked about today, question lang, if you could go back in time and talk to the past you, like the you from before you started college at DLSU, right before classes, what would you tell yourself? One thing lang. You have to choose one.
That's a hard question,
Yeah, this one's
actually,
hard.
alam ko yung akin eh.
Go, Chago, spill.
It's either nothing or mag-Warhammer ka kagad. I mean, magpaint ka kagad. Magpaint ka na kagad. It's either magpaint ka na kagad or nothing talaga. I think my situation right now is pretty good, honestly. I mean, yes, may places akong pwedeng improve, but I like what I did na. So far, yeah, probably. Maybe the only thing na ito na, alala ko na. Huwag kang mag-take up ng orgs ng madami. Make sure na lahat ng orgs that take up mo ngayon are orgs that matter and orgs na kaya mo i-maintain.
Yung orgs that matter.
Sorry.
Hindi matter ba, Chago?
Sorry. Kasi may mga orgs kasi ako na I had to drop. Sorry. I had to drop 2 orgs kasi not necessarily kasi they didn't matter. Talagang I had other priorities and yung other 2 remaining orgs ko, which was LCS and political org, so hindi ko na sasabihin. Pero
nag-name drop talaga.
Basta LCS and this was ito yung dalawang orgs na gusto ko eh, na I actually put time into. Kasi na-appreciate ko yung, at least diba? At least, tago dito, I still worked on them. Pero the other 2 orgs, I kinda dropped. I'm so sorry kung narinig nyo to. I'm very sorry. Sa susunod, face-to-face, I'll try my best to not be dumb in choosing orgs.
I think they'll understand naman. It's hard to balance it out then. And sometimes you don't realize how much work goes into these orgs.
True, especially
before
as an eager
up.
freshman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
At
that's
least
true.
ngayon, alam natin kung alam natin, aware tayo na, okay, this is how much work I'm gonna put in sa isang org. And am I willing? At mapapatanong ka sa bago ka pa mag-join eh. Kasi before talaga, wala kang idea eh.
Yeah.
So, basta join na lang ng join. Kung may pera ka mag-join for mga orgs dyan, why not, diba? Pero ngayon, we know na, okay, these require work.
Yeah, a lot of it actually.
Hard same dun sa ano. Well, no. I don't think the thing I'd want to tell myself if I could go back to the past the most would be, wag ka kumuha ng orgs na marami. Medyo mga 20% ko lang siya rin-regret.
Yeah,
Feel ko if I could go back in time, I'd tell myself na don't hope for face-to-face classes to go back anytime soon. Kasi I feel like what held me back for a good chunk of maybe my first term in DLSU is that I was expecting na, ganito lang to. Maybe I can take it easy. Lahat naman nahihirapan. Babawi ako when everything's face-to-face na. Because we don't know when that'll be.
Nasabi ka na rin yun.
Diba? Hindi natin alam if that's gonna come back anytime soon talaga. Na it took me a while to realize na every moment that I spend in school matters towards my skills, my employment, my graduation. Everything matters, online man siya or hindi. Online or face-to-face. Even if it doesn't feel real, it is real. So I have to put in the work. Yeah, that's it for me.
True naman.
I think for mine naman, what I would have told myself lang is, don't expect anything. Like, honestly, as much as online class, it sounds as boring as it is. Like, just don't expect much pag online siya.
Totoo, actually.
Because at the beginning, like, I thought na, maybe it's not that bad. But I think, like, it was even worse than I thought. So, medyo nagulat din ako dun.
For me naman, I think I'd say parang don't forget the things that you love. Kasi especially now in relation to what we said a while ago, na wala tayong environment for school and home and relaxation. It's so easy to have one thing overlap the other, especially yung ACADS natin. It's so easy for it to overlap yung enjoyment that we have here at home. And I think that's a mistake that I did noong term 2, kaya medyo na-burn out ako during that time. Na I focused too much on ACADS, na I didn't play for the entire term, as in, I used to play a lot. I didn't play in the entire term 2. And that really made, parang nawala yung joy of, studying. Kasi it felt more of a chore na, rather than a privilege to do it. So, ayun, just don't forget what you love to do and allocate some time dun sa mga hobbies mo.
Yes,
during class, ganun. Katulad ginagawa ni Kyle.
Yeah, let's go!
Yeah, that's true. So, ayun, we've talked a lot about what we've been doing in the past, yung mga na-realize natin after looking back at our experiences from the past few terms that we've spent as freshmen. Pero, to wrap it all up, how are you guys doing right now? Like, how is it naman ba? How would you describe your life, your present life, as ID 120 CCS in one word? Kaya ba one word? So yeah, what's up?
Ang hirap nito mga one word na to.
Oo nga eh. Di ako prepared doon, Criscela.
Oo nga eh.
Mag-isipan ko pa.
One word.
Sige,
growing. Wow.
Oo, Tiago.
Growing.
Big
Growing.
words. Wow naman.
Grabe naman.
Growing.
I-describe ba? Bakit?
Sige, Tiago. Justify
Ano
your
ba yan, Sam? Ano ba yan? Ano pa ako eh. Sige, anyway. Sige, growing. I guess I'm pretty sure na a lot of you experienced the time na super tamad ka at one point sa buhay mo and you don't want to do anything and you just want to play or do anything else na hindi studying. Pero I guess in college you're gonna be forced to study, I guess, and it will it will be not pleasing. Hindi talaga siya magiging masaya. Pero aabot ka sa point na even though you don't want to do it, you know yourself na you have to do it. And I think that's what being an adult is, I guess. knowing na this isn't exactly what you want to do, but you have to do it because this is your life. I mean, this is your future talaga. So you have to do well for the sake of your future. So yeah, wow. That's
Grabe.
it.
Lalim na ng explanation.
Grabe
Oo,
talaga ang growing.
Growing.
How about,
Growing
our
actually.
two Sams here? Do you guys have an answer in mind na?
Oh, I thought of one na actually while Tiago was
Ayan,
talking.
sige, go.
Kaya ako
You're
tumahimik
welcome.
I was thinking of it I
You're
think for me it
welcome.
would be change. Because like honestly, the way I see myself then from high school versus the me that I am now in college, I've changed a lot. Especially when it comes to my work. I really see it in the small things that I do. And parang if there was anything na I realized from going into college, like I didn't realize na it would change me then pala that much. So ayun, I think that's it from me. Ikaw, Sam, how about you?
Grabe yung change.
Sorry, malalim ba din?
Well, I can agree with that. Kasi di ba parang yung quality of work that we do, I feel like it's a lot better. I don't know. For me, I think sacrifice. Kasi especially now, medyo madami yung workload natin katatapos ng midterms. And there are really things that we need to sacrifice. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Some days we need to sacrifice yung mga hobbies natin. And some days we need to sacrifice a bit of free time to relax. But I think it's in relation to what Kyle and Sam said, it's really part of growing and part of change na this is us and we will see kung ano talaga yung priorities natin. And it's a good measuring point kung how adult we are or how mature we are being.
Oh, gets. For me naman, I think, the word I'd use to describe my life as IT 120 CCS would be fresh. Kasi
Wow.
freshman, yun na yun.
I'm
Just
fresh.
I have an explanation. Well, fresh because everything is new. It was a new start, in a new way that we didn't expect. Well, and that affected us in some ways that are good, some ways that are bad. Pero I feel like the one thing I get out of the online setting is that because I'm at home, na parang I'm not in a very controlled environment, I can make the changes that I feel like I need to. Na parang every day, if you learn something, want to start anew, you can. Kasi it might be different if you're in face-to-face. There's the stress, exhaustion of going to school, the transportation, moving around physically in the campus, na minsan you won't have the energy to like make a big change things up, to work on the things that you feel like you need to. Pero the online setting does come with a lot of cons, but the one big pro talaga I get from it is the ability nga to start anew every day. Like every day is a new day. If you decide what you did yesterday didn't work for you, you can change things up the next day. Kasi you have more control over what you're doing over your day. Kasi nasa bahay ka nga lang. A lot of your time is free time. And it gives you a lot of time to get to know yourself din. Kasi mag-isa ka, you're not really distracted by all the things going on around you, by any noise that you hear. Kasi you're at home, you have the time to consider and reflect on things for a long time. So yeah, fresh. Kasi it's given me a lot of space to, start anew. Start with a blank canvas when I feel like things are going wrong. To press new game when I feel like I'm not going in the direction I want. Ayun.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, it's a good answer. Nice one.
Ayun. So for the last thing I'd like to ask you guys before we wrap up this podcast, because we've been going on for quite a while na, no?
Yeah, I think so.
But
True.
yeah, as you all know, this term is the last term now of our lives as freshmen. So how do you guys feel about it? What's up with your plans and expectations for our upcoming academic years? Like, we're second year na soon. How do you guys feel about it?
Ang bilis. Like, it went by so fast, di ba?
Yeah. So actually, totoo yan. Super bilis, tapos parang wala kang, like, minsan nagugulat ka lang na, oh, tapos na pa rin yung term. So actually, yun yung reaction ko nung end ng second term. Like, oh wait, tapos na pa rin yung term? Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. But I guess, for me pala, sorry, Sam, na-cut off ka ata. Sorry. Pero, si Sam Jed.
Okay. Sorry, my
Pero,
bad.
Hindi. Go lang.
Oh, thanks. Pero, yun nga, I think what I'm expecting for the second year, hopefully tapos na yung pandemic, pero at the same time, I'm gonna expect na it's not. Tapos I'm just gonna expect na, okay, I'm probably just, I'm gonna use what I learned from this year, na natutunan ko this year, and I'm gonna use that to strategize how I'm gonna tackle my second year. Kasi I'm pretty sure na hindi pa tayo face-to-face, and I'm very sad about that thought, pero wala akong magagawa about that. So, mukhang I'm gonna adjust na lang. Yeah. How about the Sams?
Basta Sam.
Jed, you can
Patapos
go
yung
first.
podcast natin, di pa din tayo nasasanay.
Hindi
For me
talaga.
naman, ayun, sobrang bilis. And I think, oh my gosh, ang hirap. I think it's really hard to grasp how much time na yung na spend natin here in school. Kasi when we look at it in the big picture, we're already 1/4 of the way done with our college life. Hopefully, di ba?
Such a weird idea nga, no?
Hopefully, hindi 1/5, di ba?
Yikes,
and
Criscela.
knowing that, parang we really need to maximize, even though online tayo or face-to-face next year. I think that's one thing that I will always keep in mind. Even though online tayo, I don't think we necessarily need to be disappointed kung ganun nga. Kasi we've already had the opportunity to really experience a whole year online class. And it's up to us na on how we'll be able to maximize that for the next school year. And I don't know, of course, face-to-face is a lot better. Pero we have to make use of what we have right now. So how about you, Sam?
I think same thoughts ako as Tiago. Na same here, like, hoping for face-to-face, but at the same time, like, don't wanna expect then para hindi ma-disappoint, like, what happened last year. And I think, one of my thoughts lang for the next year, honestly, is also, shucks, ang daming majors. Because technically, I think this is already my 4th term since I started in term 3. So, parang, based on what I've seen lang with a lot of my previous terms, the more majors, parang mas pahirap na pahirap yung term as it goes by, kasi ang daming work when it comes to majors. And I'm just hoping that, like, for the succeeding years, I'll be able to adjust better and also manage my time better so that I don't end up drowning with the major subjects. For sure.
Yeah. For me, same thoughts with Sam. Kasi minsan talaga, I check my flowchart and look at all the subjects I have to take and like, oh man, kaya ko ba to? But, I think a big part of me doesn't want to believe na magsa-second year na ako, even though this is my 4th term already. Kasi in the first place, parang ang hirap for me to process na, oh, college na pala ako. Paano pa kaya yung, oh, second year na ako. I have one less year na in my college life. But, it's also exciting din naman. Kasi the further we get sa college, the closer we get to working, to being financially independent, ganun. So, I'm still in disbelief. I wish things could have happened slower. But I'm also okay with things going faster kasi there are more exciting things lying up ahead.
True. Yeah. Excited na ako for the time na maayos na lahat eh. I hope it is coming soon na talaga.
excited for financial independence. So, pwede na kayo magpabudol sa Shopee and Lazada without worrying about your...
Oh, yeah.
Kung magkano laman ng Gcash nyo.
Actually, share ko lang. Kami ni Sam kasi, Sam Jed, we're doing a crypto thing eh. So, nag-enjoy kami na... ako at least nag-enjoy ako. I think Sam's enjoying rin. I don't know. Hindi ko alam kung ano mga investments ni Sam, pero ako, I'm enjoying. I'm over the moon. Pero yes, na-feel ko yung yung parang feeling na, hindi ko na problemahin kung ano yung laman ng Gcash ko. Kasi kumikita rin ako on the side. Yes! Ganun. Yeah, yun lang. Parang may baon ako every week.
Stonkers ka pala, Kyle,
stonks ako. Sorry.
So, ayun. I think this is a good place to like wrap up our discussion. And it was a really, really great, insightful discussion with you guys today. I super had a good time. And I'm sure our fellow ID 120s can also relate to a lot of the things that we talked about. And para naman sa mga ID 121 out there listening to us, we hope that our talk and our advice today can help you guys navigate your freshman year at least better than we did. So, for our closing, just like to ask you guests if you have any final messages to the listeners.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. Sana,
Take your time.
Sana masarap yung ulam niyo lagi. Toyo na, para may naman kayo, may motivation kayo, diba? Pero yes, sana kumain kayo ng maayos. Yun lang.
Sana puro 4.0 din kayo.
Sana.
I hope you get all the profs and the classes that you want. Please lang.
I'm gonna grab that.
Ako rin
Hindi na umabot sa 121.
Hindi na umabot sa 121.
Kukunin ko na. On the way pa lang.
Na namin.
For me naman, I think, become intentional. Building relationships. Yun na yun.
Wow.
That's a good one.
For me, it's stay motivated and stay safe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yun lang talaga, no? Stay motivated. Basta huwag kayo ma-drain. Kaya niyo yan. Your mental health is important for your efficiency. So don't forget about that.
So yeah, I think that's all we have for our podcast for today. I just want to thank all three of you for the amazing discussion we've had. Ang saya na kausap. Ang tagal tuloy ng podcast natin. Ang tagal-tagal. We have so much material to work with. Ang haba ng recording. Grabe, 120s. Ang daming gustong i-share.
Ang galing natin. High five.
So yeah, thank you so much for joining us today in this discussion. And for our listeners, we hope that our discussion was able to help you learn something. You walk away from this podcast learning something new, or at least kung wala kayong natutunan, na-entertain man lang kayo sa amin.
That's
Funny
true.
naman kami, diba? Funny naman kami.
Sana. I hope so. Sana wala kaming na-offend.
Wala naman siguro.
Wala naman ata, no?
Wala naman siguro. So,
Sana may
yeah.
natutunan tayo. Ganun.
Yeah. So, I guess, as much as we don't want to, parang gusto pa nating dumaldal lalo eh. I guess this marks the end of our podcast for today. Thank you to our guests. Thank you also to the listeners watching us on Facebook or YouTube right now. And stay safe and enjoy your life in DLSU. Or kung hindi ka taga DLSU, I don't know, just enjoy your life in general. Have a good time. Have a good time.
Just enjoy.
Have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Legit na, tapusin na natin. Okay. Thank you everyone so much. And guests, let's all say goodbye. I don't know. How do we do
may
this?
bilang ba?
Synchronized
1,
ba?
2, 3.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, then say bye, guys. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
The views and opinions of the hosts and resource persons do not represent those of the organization, the university, and its stakeholders. Viewer discretion is advised.